Hey everyone, it is Independent Bookstore Day. So we went around and participated in the Richmond, Virginia bookstore crawl to get stamps on our passport. So we're going to show you everything we got. I got mostly.
I got a couple of things.
From all the bookstores around the Richmond area, and then we'll say where we got them and show off our cool little stamps. So,
Woohoo, stamps.
first up, we went to Fountain Bookstore in downtown Richmond.
Could have handed them to you.
So they do a cool little newspaper like every other month with new releases, which I think is totally cool because I love looking at stuff like this. I'm a sucker.
Sucker!
Here, this is yours.
Huh. What is it?
Loki's Ring.
Oh, yep. So I got Loki's Ring. I mainly saw it because it's pretty. It's got a pretty cover on it. So
Who's
by Stena Lake? I don't know. I am awful with names if y'all have not figured this out by now.
So it's like a sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, it's
fiction.
a sci-fi fantasy book. Once again, I judge a lot of books by its cover initially. If the cover's pretty, I'll usually give it a chance and read what's on the back.
So. He usually hands it to me and say, "Hey, what's this?" Once he sees the cover.
I need reading glasses, man. I don't have them with me all the time. She has to read me. What's this about?
And then I got A Whale Song and Dance. I can't see it when you take it away
I was
from
just
me.
showing it.
This is a middle grade book. I'm a sucker for middle grade, so pick this up. I like the cover, once again. Like everything. And this was a staff pick by Andy. I always love looking at the staff picks because, you know, booksellers have good taste in books, right? Theoretically.
Yeah, they do. Usually, theoretically. And
So,
Fountain Books is one of my favorite stores, I think, in Richmond. It's my one, it's really cool. I like just going in there and looking. So
A Long Stretch of Bad Days is the third book we picked up.
That's
from
like
Fountain.
the last 3 years.
So rude. And then we hopped across the street to
2 blocks up, right? 1 block?
Main and Carey are
sure.
right next to each other.
Book bar. See, stamps.
I was going to show them at the end. Spoiler
I'm
alert.
just pointing. What?
Whatever. Burn Down, Rise Up. This is, I've actually already read it, but I had to get it after listening to it because I liked it so much. And I found out this creator has another book coming out soon, so very excited about that. But this is like
How excited are you?
So excited. A horror book that takes place in like underground Bronx. So it was really fun. And I really like the soft cover. The hardcover cover, she's holding a baseball bat, and it's misleading because people think she's going to go play baseball, but no, she's just going to go beat up some zombie people.
Oh, this is one I want to read too, isn't it? Yeah.
You like badass females, you'd like it.
Yes. I'm looking forward to reading this too because it's like the underground world type stuff. Yes.
And then Philip picked this one up because of the cover.
Yes. So the Blood Trials. This is book 1. It's a duology, and so the second book is released, but I've only picked up book 1, so I will get the second book. But look, like, man, she's a badass. Come on, look at her. That's gonna be awesome. N.E. Davenport is the author. So. And look, she has claws. It looks like X-23. See, right there? So, yeah, I do a lot of badass.
And then my middle grade pick from the book bar is The Other Side of the River. I think this is kind of a sequel of Barefoot Dreams of Petraluna, which is on my TBR. But I don't think you have to read them in order because it doesn't say that you have to read them in order.
Yeah, it's more of a continuation, it sounds like, where it's the first book has an ending And then this kind of picks up there, but if you didn't do the first part, you're fine.
Yeah, it's the same character.
Yeah.
Because her name is Petroluna, and her name is in the title of the other book. So I was a little confused, but I think this can be read by itself.
Yeah, we stay confused this time.
Always.
And then she has a cute little dog in her store.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. And then she does events and has, it's a book bar because she has like wine events and things like that in there. So it's pretty cool. She has like original art and stuff that prints. So it's pretty cool.
Local Black creators. And she does a book box that I also get
Is that quarterly?
Quarterly. And it usually has like cookies, some skin oil, and a book or two. And you can get wine or not wine.
Yeah.
But
it's pretty cool.
I found it to be a great value, and I love going in there. She's very welcoming. It's a very cozy bookstore.
Yeah. And if nothing else, just go in there and play with the little dog because he's adorable.
Because I was playing fetch and getting scritches.
He does like playing fetch.
And then we venture down to Carytown, which is insanity.
It was insane in Carytown.
I was willing to walk a mile from City Stadium Farmers Market, but he wasn't.
It's too hot for me.
Anyways,
it's above 45 degrees. It is too hot for me to walk anywhere.
We made it, and the two bookstores in Carytown are very close together, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's see. We first went to Shelf Life Books. It used to be called Chop Suey.
Yeah. Right.
Shelf Life, is that what it's called now? Yeah.
Shelf Life. Yeah, formerly Chop Suey. If you go in, it still has Chop Suey painted on the wall.
Their mural still there.
They are not changing their mural, but it's now called Shelf Life.
Yeah, Chop Suey's been around for forever.
Right. But they changed ownerships during the pandemic. Somewhere in there. I'm not a historian of Chop Suey and Shelf Life. I apologize.
But this was our first trip in the new name store. And I don't remember going to Chop Suey because Carytown is not my thing. But I like that they have a lot of local and indie authors because that's kind of the vibe of that area. So I picked up Beneath the Burning Wave. I was really drawn into this cover. And it's about twins, and I don't really know more than that. So
she also picks books by its cover.
Who doesn't?
I'm saying.
This one is signed, and that's not why I got it, but I think it is a local author.
I believe it is.
Crooked Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. And this is a Native American creator. I think it's local, though.
Let me see. I'll look. You keep going.
Okay.
Ooh, it won the winner of the Plimpton Prize.
And then Malcolm and Me. Another cover that I was just like, wow, that's amazing. And this is a young adult, I believe.
She is a citizen, going back to the Crooked Hallelujah, she is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation.
Yeah. That's an indigenous story. So yeah, if you like Richmond local authors and indie books, I think all of these are indie books. Well, this one I think is Harper. One More Chapter. Is that the publisher?
I don't know.
Spark Press.
There we go.
Yeah. So they had a really good selection of local and poetry. There's so many poetry books.
Sorry.
It was kind of overwhelming, but in a good way. And then we walked down the street to BBGB, which is mostly a kids store, but they had some YA and adult stuff like cookbooks, but mostly
they're back.
Mostly like picture books and kids books. They had a good selection of graphic novels, which is also a good thing.
Yeah, this wasn't our first trip in there. I've been in there at least once before.
I don't remember ever going, but whatever. And so I did find an adult book.
What?
And this is Apple, Skin to the Core. I've had this on my TBR for forever, and I think it's written in verse, so that's even more exciting. Oh, and they put bookmarks in their books.
Aw,
I forgot.
that's adorable.
So that's what I got at BBGB. I wanted more,
BBGB?
but I'm trying not to buy board books because I don't have any kids, even though I enjoy them myself. And then, without my lovely companion,
I did not go here.
I went to the Book People.
She went with another lovely companion.
My friend Kirsten and I went to the Book People, their new location. So I hadn't been to this location before. It's now more West Endish.
Yeah, we've been to their old location that was more toward Richmond, but now they've moved.
Yeah.
I haven't been to their new location either, but
That's fine.
you went during the week.
Yeah, I went during the week.
Week.
I picked up Middletown. I mean,
I see donuts.
It looks like a donut, but also Traffic Circle are like my favorite things. Oh yeah, and they have a collection of new and used books, and their new location it's very nice, a little bit more spacious, and they do some events too. I think he said there was an event there today. A local author was going to be there tonight when they closed, but I don't remember who it was. It was a mystery author.
Otter?
Otter.
Mystery otter?
It was a mystery otter.
Oh, I bet the otter's adorable.
I bet.
I've got the new stack over here. That stack is overflowing.
And then I picked up this nonfiction called Let Me Be Frank. And it's about women in history that dress like men to do shit they weren't supposed to do. And that title was all I needed to read. And so it's got little illustrations of people and like about them. And I just love stuff like that. So yeah, pick that up.
And this was all at the
Book People.
Book People, yeah.
And then one day on my lonesome,
Aww.
I went to...
You were able to go by yourself?
I know, it's sad.
Aww.
Anyways, I went to the Midlothian Book Exchange, which is a used bookstore. They sell everything at half the list price. And you can also go and sell your books to them.
And they're under new ownership too. I think they changed ownership during the pandemic. The original owners of Book Exchange sold.
Yeah.
And I don't know the new owners' names.
So. Well, the ladies working were very nice. And I picked up Promise Boys by Nick Brooks. This is another one that I listened to and I liked it, so I bought it. It's kind of another common theme here. But if you like the prep school setting, I would recommend this. You're always making noise.
I am. I'm making lots of noises. Sorry. They probably can't hear it because our microphones are actually halfway decent.
Okay.
We'll do this at the end.
Hey, Watson. So
Watson of the Watson Review makes a guest appearance.
Today, on actual Independent Bookstore Day, we venture down to Petersburg to go to Resist Booksellers. They opened at 9, and that made my heart happy because I'm a morning person and I can.
We were there. No, actually, we were there in Petersburg before that.
Yeah, we went to a little coffee shop beforehand, got some coffee cake and
that
beverages.
Was the Broken Cup or
Broken Cup, maybe
something like that. It was a cute little coffee shop that we were down there in, and the coffee was really good. And you had the hot chocolate.
Yeah, and they had like this little free library kind of vibes on the shelf, like take a book, leave a book kind of thing, and plants. And
I hope I'm saying their name correctly, but because it was really cool. So if you're in Petersburg and you can stop by, Restored Cup, that might be it.
I feel like that's more than Broken.
Yeah, Restored Cup.
I don't think Broken was right.
That's probably not right. Restored Cup. That sounds more accurate. But it was a cute little coffee shop. I enjoyed it. We had a little sofa for us to sit. They had tables in the back and stuff. And this is way off the book.
I didn't even see those till we were leaving.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the lady was really nice. The coffee was really good. My coffee was really good. She said her hot chocolate was delicious.
Yeah.
And then we had a cinnamon coffee cake, like a little cinnamon. She had a cinnamon coffee cake. I had a couple bites.
That's not true. We shared it.
100% true. We shared it 80-20. 80-20.
Only because you said, hey, finish this.
Anyway, and then we hung around there till about 9:15, and then we headed off to Resist Booksellers.
Yeah. And so that's a new bookstore in Petersburg. It was a nice location, but turns out he's moving a few doors down to an even bigger location in June.
Yep.
So
he'll have 3. He said he'll have 3 times the space that he currently has. So
definitely check it out. It's worth the trip outside of Richmond to go. And he was super nice.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy. His name is Demetrius Fraser.
Yeah.
Demetrius Fraser. There. That's his card right there. You can scan the barcode right there.
So from Resist, I got another middle grade, Courage.
Has nothing to do with a dog, and he's not coward.
I'm assuming he swims because of the cover, but I don't know. Find out
Well,
later.
the side panel kind of shows that too. So
I'm just saying, you never know. Courage to Swim.
by Barbara Benz.
There's nothing under there.
I looked.
Then I got Butter. It's a collection of short stories.
Butter.
Fragments, novellas, whatever. Oh, I've been picking this up at every single bookstore, and I finally just bought it because I'm like, why do I keep picking the same book up at every bookstore I go to? So I finally got it. And then this one I picked up for Philip because he loves books that look like this. But this is a local to North Carolina creator. And I don't remember what he said about it.
I don't remember either. The origin. Oh, she is the wrath of the gods. So, once again, I like badass
fantasy.
female protagonist, and I think she kind of fits the mold, but she's not necessarily the your standard protagonist, because I'm not sure she's 100%. I'm not sure she's good or evil. She's just part of the gods.
And it's signed.
But it is signed.
And the creator has created her own little
map
world.
So I also got suckered in by the cover and what it's about, and because it's the female protagonist, which is phenomenal. But it came with a map and sign. So, and it said, be the wrath. Be the wrath. I like that. But they gave me a map, so I'm all in on a map. That book I am very excited for.
So again, if you're in town,
Petersburg,
Father's Day weekend, right?
Yes, June 17th. He's doing a grand opening.
We're going to be at Charlotte Comic Con, so we can't go. But I would, if you can, go and support his grand opening of his new location. I'm excited. We'll have to go like the week after.
Right.
And then,
whoa, stop.
Last stop of the day and the tour.
3-hour tour. No, it was way longer than that.
If you count it all, yeah. So we went to the Little Bookshop, which is across the street from the comic shop. So
it's in
Sycamore Square.
Yeah, it's in Sycamore Square in Midlothian. So we're in Ivymont. If you just go up a little bit where the post office is in Midlothian, she's in Sycamore Square.
Mary, the owner, is the sweetest lady.
Yeah, we love her to death. Mary is phenomenal.
She's a reader, so she can recommend you anything.
I believe she's a ex-librarian. Isn't that what she told us before?
She probably is.
I think but I mean, that was a while ago, so I could be completely wrong, and I could make stuff up. So, but Mary is wonderful. So her little shop is adorable.
It's adorable. The Little Bookshop. It reminds me of the Little Bookshop on the corner from You've Got Mail.
But that's fair.
But not in New York. So I got Mingo. This is a local book. I didn't know where Tazewell, Virginia was. Philip had to tell me. So it kind of takes place in that West Virginia border area. And I picked it up because it was a local indie book. And I think it's also signed. Not that I care about signings, but it is signed. And it's
a gold seal.
It's got a Reader's Favorite Book Award winner.
Wow.
But I was just drawn to the fact that it said local author because I like supporting local. And then I got Wave. This is like a middle grade YA borderline book. And it is written in verse. And it's got little illustrations inside. I've been really into poetry lately, thanks to my friend Ashley. So pick this one up.
DeLuca.
National Poetry Month is almost over, but we've been reading at least one poetry book a month, and it's been fun. So pick this one up because of the cover, but it also looks really good inside. And then,
I think I looked at this at one of the shops before because I really liked the cover, and then it was poetry, and I'm out. I'm out on poetry.
So
and okay, yeah, you could talk about that, and then.
So again, they did a passport. If you went to all 8 bookstores and got stamps, you could.
What's your favorite book?
Get a free tote. So I got a free tote.
Where's the button at?
It was in the bag.
Oh, there it is.
Get me! If you went to 5 bookstores, you got a button that says IBD or VA. IBD does not mean irritable bowel disease either, Philip.
And if you went to all 8, you got this nice little tote.
I already said that.
And guess what? This bag is made from recyclable products because it says so right there on the back. Plastic bottles. Ooh,
Yeah,
oh, it says it
so
on the top here too.
I did all of that for a tote that I'll never use.
This tote right here. And it's got the ibdrva.com last Saturday in April, which, hey, it's today.
And a sticker that I participated. Woo!
And then we got the Little Bookshop flyer. It says come visit our store.
And she was so kind to give you a coupon for your next purchase in May if you shop today. So
this was our last 2 Saturdays. So today's the 29th.
Last Sunday.
Oh, was it Sunday?
We
Okay,
went to
so
the first
all right.
4 on Sunday.
So we started on the 23rd, which was Sunday the 23rd with her little passport. And then she went to 2 of the stores without me. And then we finished up the day in Petersburg and the Little Bookshop. So we walked around downtown Petersburg, or a downtown Petersburg area. I'm not really sure.
I had fun.
Yeah.
It was an experience.
It was.
All the bookstores are unique and different, which mean the same thing. But
they're all the same but different. They all sell books, but
they're all different.
Yeah, all the bookshops have their own. I mean, they have their own personality, and it's really neat to see that you have all. I mean, Richmond is just full of books, right? So not only like this is independent bookstore day, but like between the bookstores and then all the comic shop / bookstores that's in Richmond, like every one of them, if you go, is so different, and they carry different things. And it's a different variety. It's really cool to see. And I think this was, I mean, I don't know if they've done this before with all the shops. I don't remember them doing it. I mean, and if they did, it had to be at least 4 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know,
because they wouldn't have done it during the apocalypse.
Well, and some of these stores are brand new, so this is probably the biggest one, just because the Petersburg store just opened. The Book Bar's only been open like a year.
A year, yeah.
And then I'm not sure how old BBGB is.
Yeah, I'm not
sure.
I don't. Once again, I don't know the history of these stores, but I mean, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, we started with the ones in Richmond, and then she hit some separately because
he didn't want to go
to the West End. Well, I mean, she did it while I was at work. I can't take off work.
I didn't say you had to take off work, but I could not imagine doing all 8 in one day, because last Sunday after the 4th one, I was exhausted, and it was only like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we hit 4. The 4
from like
Richmond,
10 a.m. to 1 o'clock.
And it was awful.
We're tired.
I mean, not awful in a bad way. It's just I was peopled out.
Yeah, I was peopled out just perusing the last bookstore, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, like we hit them in order. So like Fountain and the Book Bar is not bad because it's down near the river, so it wasn't that crowded. But once we had to go up and go into Carytown.
Carytown at lunch on a Sunday is a zoo. There's no parking. There's a farmer's market, a city stadium, and that's what's like, can we just park here and walk?
And I wasn't going to do that. But anyway, I
would recommend doing that.
Or just go find somewhere at Maine or something to park. You'll be fine there. Just don't go down Cary Street to find a place to park at that time. But that was our last Sunday and Saturday, the 29th. So, which is Independent Booksellers Day. Is that what it is?
Independent Bookstore Day.
Independent Bookstore Day. Okay.
Not irritable bowel disease.
Irritable
That's what he calls it.
Just because I have it doesn't mean I think everything is there.
So anyway. I had fun. I spent way too much money, but it's books, so who cares?
Yep, we will add that to our collection. So
bucket list complete.
Yep. So anyway, phew.
Hope you enjoyed
this video. And once again, if you're in Richmond or the Richmond area or ever make it to Richmond, we highly suggest to hit any of these bookstores. They're all good. They all carry different things, have different things. So saying a lot now.
I'm glad I did it. So. And I would highly recommend you try them out.
Yep.
Thanks for watching.
So if you enjoyed this, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, tap the little bell button so you can be notified when we do videos like this, and let us know. Let us know what else you would like to see in here. See on here.
In here.
In here. Anywhere. Anywhere we go. We keep talking about doing some other stuff, but just let us know what you like. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.